And, and then I am going to share my screen. And you guys should be able to see a, do you guys see the slideshow or
Yes.
the slides up? Okay.
Hi, Susan. Hi, Anjali. Welcome.
Hello.
Okay, there, the slides are up now. And so good evening, happy holidays, everybody. I want to really, I know you have, if you are on this call, you have a million things you could be doing tonight, but for whatever reason, you have chosen to come hang out with us for a few minutes. So I just want to say thank you. Thanks for hopping on. I imagine that if you're here, you're wanting to learn about the shred. So I am just going to get right into it. My name is Kristen Finley, and I'm a registered dietitian, and I have been doing a monthly shred now for almost 5 years. And why do we even need to shred? Well, there's two main reasons. And first of all is because of our exposure to toxins. We're exposed to toxins from the time we're born. They're in the air, they're in the water, the soil, the foods we eat, the products we use, such as plastics, and even the products that we put on our skin. These toxins end up in our body, and they want to wrap up in fat. So luckily, we have a liver, which is our main organ for getting toxins out of the body. But for the liver to do its job efficiently, it must have the right nutrition, which is primarily fruits and vegetables. So, and that leads me to the second reason that we need to shred, and that is because 90% of us, according to the CDC, are not eating enough fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. And what we are eating is not as nutritious as it was 50 years ago. And this is due to a lot of reasons, including the nutrient depletion in our soil, the increased consumption of processed foods, our food being picked before it's ripe and shipped thousands of miles before it's sold, and our access to cheap fast food. If we don't get enough plant nutrition in our body, it can't properly get rid of the toxins. And if the toxins build up in our body, we start having all kinds of complications, everything from poor energy, poor sleep, health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune disease, digestive problems, and even some cancers. So in addition, weight management is more difficult when we have excess toxins in our body. And here's why. So if you look at the, well, let me just say that toxins are fat soluble. That means that, as I mentioned before, they wrap up in fat. And when we go on a traditional diet, as is depicted in the top part of that slide there, we typically burn calories through diet and exercise to get rid of fat. But what happens if we're not putting 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables in our diet is that those toxins now aren't wrapped up in the fat because the fat is gone. They're just running around our body rogue and causing all kinds of damage. So what do we want to do when that happens? The body wants to seek fat out so those toxins can rewrap back up into the fat. And that's where we get that yo-yo dieting or that rebound weight gain, because the body is simply trying to accumulate more fat to manage the toxic load that we have in our body. On the other hand, if we concentrate our efforts on flooding the body with fruits and vegetables to give the liver the nutrition that it needs to get rid of the toxins, the body doesn't need to hold on to the fat, and the fat can more easily be shed. I'm not sure who came on. If you can mute yourself, that would be great. Let's see. Thank you so much. So the body doesn't need to hold on to fat, and the fat can more easily be shed, resulting in more efficient fat loss and ultimately easier permanent weight loss, as is depicted in the lower part of the slide, where the toxins are eliminated. We eliminate toxins first, and it results in that toxic load being decreased, and therefore the fat not needing to accumulate. So the key is to get more fruits and vegetables into our bodies. And I've been a dietitian for over 30 years now, and this sounds so easy, but ultimately it's very difficult for people to accomplish this. And like I said before, according to the CDC, 90% of us simply aren't. I'm included in that count on a lot of days. So knowing how important this is, the shred is centered around getting as much produce into our bodies as possible. And we do this through making fruits and vegetables the foundation of our meals and snacks, and using whole food plant powders to ensure our liver is getting the nutrition it needs to get the toxins out of the body and ultimately improve our health. So Juice Plus, we use a product called Juice Plus, and it's simply 30 different non-GMO, pesticide and herbicide-free fruits, vegetables, and berries that are ground up and made into powders or gummies. It's not a substitute for eating fruits and vegetables. We still want you to eat fruits and vegetables, but it helps by bridging the gap between the 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables that we should be eating and what we're actually eating. So it's simple. It's just a matter of taking a capsule or a gummy. It's easy, it's cost effective, and it's a great way to get a ton of produce in your body every single day and very quickly. So in addition to putting as much plants in our body as we can, we also want to put good calories in our body. So good macronutrition. So another product we use is a product called Complete. It's a plant-based protein powder that puts good calories in the body. It helps us to feel full. It cuts down on food cravings by stabilizing blood sugar and supports gut health because it contains prebiotics. So I've talked about the first guideline of the shred, but I'm going to turn it over to my friend Lisa to discuss the others.
Thanks, Kristen. Hey, everyone.
Oops.
So I'm Lisa, and I am going to share the reasons why we do these guidelines and why they are important to the Shred 10 and the results we see during and after. So like Kristen shared before, we need to add as many plants as possible. Basically, all the different fruits and veggies we can get our hands on, as well as Juice Plus, the Juice Plus capsules or gummies, and 1 to 2. I think Heather, can you mute yourself? See, there.
There we go. I was trying to go through.
Okay. All right. Back. Okay. So, so basically we need to get our hands on as many fruits and vegetables that we can, do the Juice Plus capsules and 1 to 2 servings of the plant-based complete shakes every day. And I'm going to recap a little bit of what Kristen shared, because sometimes hearing it again for the second time helps our brain kind of understand and process it, the second time around. So our liver needs nutrition from plants to be able to change those toxins from being fat soluble to water soluble so they can be eliminated from our bodies. And if the liver doesn't get the nutrition it needs, the toxins can't change into the form it needs to leave the body. And in return, this creates a ton of havoc in our body. And we don't even know that this is happening until we break down, almost like a car on the side of the road that isn't getting serviced regularly, like oil changes and tune-ups. So we're the same thing. We need to do the same thing to our bodies. And once we have the nutrition from the extra plants, and from Juice Plus, and the toxins start to change and they can start to be eliminated. And this is where drinking plenty of water and exercise comes into play. They both help with eliminating the toxin through sweat, urine, and waste. Sleep, that's another thing that we have to do. And sometimes that, it's just as important as what we put into our bodies. Sometimes even more important. So let me give you an analogy. The toxins are like bumper cars running into each other and all of our organs and cells and tissues. When we sleep, our body can run that dishwasher cycle that washes everything inside, neutralizing and opening up the pathways so it can eliminate the toxins and it can start to repair itself. And if we don't get enough sleep, neutralizing the oxidative stress to avoid damage won't be very effective. So then we want to reduce or eliminate caffeine, alcohol, and processed foods, plus eating after 6 p.m. So our digestive system is most effective when the sun is up, when we actually stop eating at least 3 hours before going to sleep. Then all of that energy can be used for healing and neutralizing the oxidative stress, instead of having to use all the energy to digest a meal before it does anything else. And that's a lot of times when we wake up and we're just exhausted in the morning. We're like, I don't understand. I slept. Why am I so exhausted? It's because our body was trying to do all the, it was digesting and working overtime to take care of that before it could take care of anything else, plus, making you feel rested. So then after that, we also want to eliminate gluten, dairy, and artificial and refined sugars. This is the part where most people think, I don't want to do that, or I can't do that. But I'm here to tell you that we can't afford not to do that. And if we are following the guidelines by adding all the nutrition with fruits, veggies, and berries, along with Juice Plus, drinking plenty of water and exercising, but then not following what we need to reduce or eliminate, our body can't go through the detoxification process properly. And here's a little bit why. So gluten, dairy, processed food, sugar, alcohol, and caffeine do one of two things. They tie up or block the pathways that the toxins are eliminated through. So basically that you're tying those up and you're adding even more toxins to the already existing ones if we don't eliminate all the things that I said before. And we want to decrease the amount of toxic substances being brought into the system so that we can keep all the pathways open and running. So again, to reiterate, the guidelines serve three purposes. It gives the liver the nutrition it needs to detoxify our bodies. It decreases the amount of inflammation in our bodies. And three, we want it to support the liver at all costs. And once all of this starts working in our bodies, we start seeing some fantastic results. And you guys can see in the slide, there we go. You can now see in the slide, our cravings become more for fruits and vegetables. We're at a healthier weight, better recovery, improved sleep, increased energy, healthier hair, nails, and skin, improved regularity, and increased mental clarity. And I want to share a huge breakthrough with you guys that I think is, for me, it was, and I think for most people too, it can and will make all the difference in the world. So before I started shredding and maintaining my weight because of the shred, for almost 4 years now, and I had no idea how impactful this would be for me at the time I started to follow the guidelines. But shredding has been one of the key components to keeping the toxins away and maintaining my weight. Before I started my Juice Plus journey, I changed my lifestyle, lost 50 pounds that I struggled with for pretty much most of my adult life. And I just needed to change. I needed to change the way I was doing things, and not because I wanted to look a certain way, but I wanted to be around. I wanted to live. I wanted to be here for my kids, for our future, and in a healthy, fit, strong body. It took 3 years. But I did it, implemented a new lifestyle that taught me about eating to fuel my body and not sabotaging the progress that I made each time. That's when I was fortunate enough to get introduced to Juice Plus and was loving the benefits my family and I were seeing from adding in, all the extra fruits and veggies into our lifestyle. But then I was shocked when I got on the scale and I gained about 9 pounds, and I could not answer why. I was sticking to the plan. I was tracking my food. I was doing all the things. So why was this happening? So I decided to try the Shred 10. This is before I even knew any of this. Like I heard about it. I never really listened or studied the science behind it. So I thought, whatever, I'll just try it. And so I did. I followed the guidelines for about 3 consecutive shreds, and those 9 pounds were gone. I was, at a weight that my body felt healthy and comfortable at, but I felt different than I did when I lost the original 50 pounds. I wasn't in a fog anymore. My skin had just about completely cleared up. My energy was consistent all day, no spikes or dips, and recovery from my workouts was better than ever. That's when I'm like, I need to, why did this happen? I need to figure this out. Like, you know, I started to study the guidelines and like the ones that I shared with you. And my aha moments was a lot when I really started to really talk to Kristen about it. And I figured out, so I lost the 50 pounds, right? Well, I was eating healthy, but I definitely wasn't close to enough fruits and vegetables in my system. And I wasn't eliminating any well, I was definitely reducing, but not eliminating some of those toxins like caffeine or alcohol or dairy. I just wasn't doing that. So I couldn't even keep the pathways open for the few fruits and vegetables that I was eating to be able to eliminate any of the toxins by changing them to be water soluble. So after all that time, I lost that weight. Those toxins were, as I said earlier, they were literally running rampant inside my body, causing things like my acne, getting sick, not recovering from my workouts, and putting on those unanswered pounds. And the bottom line, my body was trying to protect itself from those darn toxins. So it found whatever fat, the good fat that I was eating from an avocado and all, you know, extra virgin olive oil. It was like searching for that fat so it can wrap the toxins up to protect my cells and organs. And who knows, that 9 pounds, if I didn't learn all of this and really understand it, those 9 pounds could have turned into who knows how many pounds. I could have been right back up again and yo-yoed right back up, like Kristen had said at the beginning, the yo-yo dieting. So I am so thankful for the Shred 10 and the impact it has had on keeping all the inflammation that causes disease at bay and maintaining my weight now for just about 4 years. So yay!
Love it, Lisa. I love it. And I think I think you have such an amazing shred story because you really realized that you needed to do a lifestyle change because you had lost several people in your family at a young age due to poor sort of non-communicable diseases that were in part due to poor lifestyle choices. And
Exactly.
I'm so proud that you were able to get that weight off for you and that now you've found a way that is really helping you to maintain your weight and to really feel good. Because a lot of times I think I've heard you say before, you lost that 50 pounds, but you weren't feeling very good. You on the outside, you look like this person that could conquer the world. And on the inside, you were feeling like you had less energy and your adult acne and other things that were kind of going on in your body. And those are all signs that, yeah, you got rid of you got rid of some extra fat, but you had a really high toxic load at the same time. So I'm so happy that you found the program. And I have had kind of some amazing changes as well. When I started shredding, I'd had an autoimmune disease since I was 6 years old. And although we never claim to say that our products heal or, cure or treat any illness, but we do know, as a dietitian, I do know that food is medicine, and it really can, the things that you put in your body can help or hurt your health picture. And after I started shredding and really making it a lifestyle, I got that autoimmune disease under the best control it's ever been under. And again, and my energy went up. I no longer needed my 2 p.m. naps every day that I needed before I would pick kids up from school, and just had better workout recovery from workouts. And so this was a 10-day program that has turned into a lifestyle, which is what we really are encouraging people to, or trying to help people do, because we realize that 10 days, you can feel better in 10 days, but you're not going to really impact your overall life in 10 days. But 10 days plus 10 days plus 10 days plus 10 days every single month for 5 years has made a significant impact on my health story. And really quickly, I'd just like to say, if you didn't hop on here right at the beginning, I'm 5 months and 20 days out of having a knee replacement surgery. And today I skied for the first time in 10 years. So I have not been able to ski. My knees hurt too bad and other problems have come up with that. But I know that the nutrition that I've put in my body over these last 5 years has made this recovery remarkable. I was back teaching fitness classes 3 weeks after surgery. I did my first 20-mile bike ride at 7 weeks, 8 weeks after surgery. I ran at 12 weeks, and now at 5 months I'm skiing. So it's amazing. And I just for anyone, I'm not super young out there. I'm going on 55, and I think, I just want to give people out there hope that you can change your health picture, and food is really food and nutrition and lifestyle habits are a significant factor to how you can live. So with that, I think we just, every journey starts with a step, and we want to see what step are you ready, what are you ready to take? And so people often ask us, how do I start this thing? And we say, hey, start with the shred bundle. Just start with the shred bundle for $4.67 a day, less than a latte at Starbucks. You can get a 4-month supply of the fruit, the vegetable, the berry, and the berry blends. You can get a 4-month supply of omegas, 60 servings of our complete shake mix. And so you are set up to do this program for several months, and it costs $140 a month for 4 months. So that is one package that we offer. Another package is what we call our completely balanced package. It sets you up for 4 months of the fruit and the vegetable blends, 60 servings of the shake mix. It's $85 a month for 4 months. It's $2.83 a day for 4 months. And really that complete, I always say the complete shake mix is like a meal. So it's hard to even get a meal in for $2.83 a day. You're not only getting a meal, you're getting 20 different fruits, veggies, and berries in your body every single day. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not eating cranberries and artichokes most days of the week, but I get them every day in my Juice Plus. So and then we have a sort of our starter packages. We have a 4-month supply of the fruit and vegetable blends, just starting simple. Like, I'm just going to try these capsules, $50 a month for 4 months, or $1.67 a day for 4 months. Or you can do the fruit, the veggie, and the berry blends, which is $75 a month for 4 months, or $2.50 a day for 4 months. So, and if you don't see the package that you're exactly envisioning, just know that the only thing that we require, because we are trying to get produce in your body, to really take care of that liver, the only thing that we require is at a minimum, you have to be on the fruit and vegetable, which is the duo. So other than that, we can customize a package to fit whatever it is that you want. So I would say just get with the person that invited you to this talk, and or we can talk about it at the end in the questions here. But so that being said, we just I always have to put this one up because I am a fan of my Starbucks, and a grande decaf soy latte is about $5.45 a day with tip. And I think I'm even paying more for that now. I swear it's about $6. Maybe I'm tipping more. I don't know. But when I pay for it on the app, it seems like it's costing me about $6. That's a lot of money. And really for very little nutrition. Now, it might bring me some satisfaction and joy in my life, and I'm not saying that doesn't count for something. And come on, a soy latte is not the worst thing in the world, right? But it's not providing you with much nutrition. Whereas for $4.67 a day, and you don't even have to tip me, you can put 30 different fruits, veggies, and berries in your body. Plus, we haven't even really talked about our omega blend, which is a combination of omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Yeah. All plant-based, no fish in those omegas, and research showing that they do good stuff in your body, and the complete. So, I don't ever like to tell people how to spend their money, but when I'm looking at making choices for a health journey, I say just kind of weigh out where you're spending. Maybe it's not the latte, but maybe you're having a bottle of wine every couple nights with your girlfriends, or maybe you're going out to dinner several times a week. So I just like to try to get people to think outside the box and think about how can I make this thing work for me? Because it works. All right. So and if you want to change, you got to change. That's the thing, right? So we want to tell you just a little bit about what you're going to get. Lisa, I'm going to let you do this, but when you invest in your health, you buy the Juice Plus products, but everything else is free. And Lisa, why don't you tell us what you get when you sign up for our shred group?
So when you get your products and sign up and you want to do the shred, we have an amazing community. We have a Facebook group. It's called 10 Days to a Healthier You, where Kristen, myself, and Irene, who's not on today, plus a bunch of other friends as well, are your shred coaches, and we are there to support you through the 10 days, technically all day, every day, because we're not just in there for the 10 days. And we, there's so much support and love and acceptance in the community. And there's nothing, there's no negativity, it's positivity, and we meet you where you're at, and you just get better every day being in there, and that's all free. You get all your coaches for free. We have cookbooks, and we have shopping guides, and just anything and everything. Plus we also do contests, and we win prizes, and it's just an amazing community. And so real quick, we have Caprice. She's also from our community, one of the leaders too. And I know that she has a great story and would love to share her story really quick as well.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you, Debbie and Verlaine and Susie and Rebecca and everybody who showed up, Michelle. So I just wanted to quickly share pretty much, it was Lisa. Lisa, I was struggling with extra weight, going through menopause, and Lisa suggested, she said, I know you've been doing the shred for such a long time, which I love, because 10 days a month, it elevated my focus on healthy habits and avoiding toxins. Like she said, that if you still have toxins in your body at the end of 10 days, then fat is still going to rush into your system to enrobe those toxins to protect you. And she said, if you're not doing it perfectly, you're not going to be completely detoxed, and those toxins are still going to be in there. So, that really sunk in. And I was like, I love it for just always being focused, but I'm not always doing it perfectly. So I decided to do it perfectly in late September. And rather than just do 10 days, I decided to live the shred life every day for 75 days. And in 75 days, I had lost 20 pounds. So this works. This is exactly what Kristen and Lisa are saying. When you are eliminating, not putting those toxins in, coupled with having all of that plant nutrition flooding your cells, you are going to release fat. And that's exactly what happened to me when I did it, just as all those guidelines stated, for longer. And what happened is it shifted my whole lifestyle. I'm moving more, I'm exercising most days of a week. I'm hardly drinking any alcohol. I did have a wine. I liked my wine fix. I'm drinking a gallon of water a day. I'm following all the shred, the shred guidelines, and I feel better than I've ever felt. I'm 53 years old and I feel amazing. The inflammation in my body went way down, and my mindset shifted. So I am a shred girl for life. I'm not only going to do the 10 days, and now that nutrition that I get to put in with the Juice Plus products is really going to work for me even more, because I've given it the ability to. So that's my story, and it's just been an amazing journey to be able to see it work so significantly in my life.
It is so amazing, and it is a huge difference. Just in your just in the way you carry yourself, even, and just you can see the difference of how you feel, and inflammation being gone, and you don't always have to do it perfectly, and that's not what we do in our Facebook group, like, no, you have to do it this way. You know, Caprice was ready. She was just ready to make that difference because she would follow the shred, but not do everything. And she was still having the things go on in her body that she didn't want to have happen anymore. So she decided to just go in full boat. But like I said earlier, we'll meet you wherever you're at, and we'll help you take the baby steps, because that's what it is. It's just little steps to get you to whatever goal it is that you want. And, you know, it's not necessarily a weight loss. Like the shred isn't like a weight loss tool, but what it is a byproduct. Like that's what happens. The byproduct of following and doing all the good things for our body, we lose weight because we lose that fat that our body thinks that or our body needs if we're not getting rid of the toxins. So, you know, it turns out that, you know, two good things: we get healthy and lose inflammation, and we might lose a little bit of weight too. So
yeah, I can tell my gut health is way better. My gut health is, I used to have gurgles constantly. I mean, it was always in dis-ease, you know, and that completely went away too. So it's been amazing. I do believe in progress, not perfection, but when you're ready, like I was, it took, you know, following it, and I couldn't be happier.
I love it. I love it. So I have no idea where, I don't know what, let's see, I have no idea where people are in their journey. My slides aren't moving. I think I had one more slide, but it's not going up. So I'm just going to stop the share on the slides. I have no idea where you guys are at in your desire to really get started. But if you are ready, if 2022 is your time, I just want to encourage you to make it your time. Reach out to whoever invited you, and we will get you started, and we'll get you in our group. Like we said, it's a private Facebook group that we put you in. It costs no extra to do that. And it is the most positive group I've ever really seen on Facebook. I don't think I've ever had a negative comment in there. So we would love to have you come join us. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream on Facebook. So goodbye, Facebook land. and I am going to stop I am going to stop the recording. I'm like, did I record?